So, without further ado, to talk about library resources, virtually, of course, please welcome April Ato, our part time librarian.
Hi, can you hear me?
We sure can. How are you, April?
Excellent. Great. Everything's working. Hurrah. So it's always hit and miss sometimes. Thank you for the introduction. I appreciate it. My name is April, and I am a reference librarian here at the college. And what I'm going to be doing today is talking about the various online virtual resources that we've got for the library. And I see in our panelist or the representation here, I've got Grace from the library, and Joy, and Leslie, and Sue Ann, and Ashley. So we got a full house of librarians on here today. So let me show you the PowerPoint that I have created. Let me share the screen here. Bring that up. Okay, here we go. And put it to where it's supposed to be. There we go. So again, my name is April, and I'm going to be going through some of the resources. We should have time at the end. If you have any questions, you can hit us up through the Q&A or the chat, and I'll be happy to answer those. We also have the librarian chat that we have available now. Ashley's on the desk, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But let me just kind of get started with the different resources that we have. So this is our support of UVC Library. So our library resources virtually. And this is all of our lovely faces. So we have our library team here. We have Shannon and Joy and Sue Ann, who you've probably heard. You'll see them at the reserves desk or the circulation desk when we were open. They've also been answering the phones, and they've been doing a caring campus just to check on you, see how students are doing. So these are their faces that you can put to the names you've heard on the phone, the voices. Okay, you also have Leslie, who's our department chair, and Yvonne, who's our system librarian. And then you have Trish, who's our dean. And then we have Marianne, myself, Grace, and Ashley, and we're the reference librarians that work on the reference chat. Normally you would have seen us on the reference desk just as you come in the library. So we're still available, we're virtual, so you'll have to access us through the chat now, but we're here. So don't forget that we're here to help you with any kind of question that you have about materials, your research topic, anything like that. We're here and we're on chat and we can help you. So here are all of our faces that you can see. And hopefully when we open back up safely, you can come in and recognize our faces and, oh, I remember you, and it'll be nice to see everybody again. So we all should pretty much look the same, except for, I don't know, maybe me. I don't know who cut those bangs. Oh, wait, I cut those bangs. Never mind. So we will look basically the same, and we'd love to see you when we can open safely. Okay, so there's your library support team. So S is for our streaming media. So we've included a lot of new resources that are available online, and one of those sources is going to be the streaming media. We have the academic video online. We have the films on demand, and we have the Swank Digital Campus. So the streaming media, you can access it through the library's main webpage, and you would click on one of the databases like Academic Video Online, and then you type in your MyVVC username and password, and then it would bring up that database with all the different videos that you can look at. So some of those videos are going to include, like Swank has Harriet, which is one of the new films. We also have on Swank, we've got Psycho, North by Northwest. So a lot of the more popular movies would be on Swank Digital Campus. We also have, there's North by Northwest. We have the Films on Demand. And Film on Demand playlist is really, you can create playlists. So when you sign in, you can create your own personal playlist and you can add different things to it. So it also has a lot of PBS, events in history, images and newsreels. When we did the Black History Month and the Martin Luther King Jr. display, I got a lot of newsreels and actual video footage from that time period of Martin Luther King's speech, the march in Selma. I was able to get the actual footage through Films on Demand. So there's a lot of really interesting historical movies that you could actually see the footage, which is really nice. You can do the segments or you can do the full program. So it's really nice that you have that kind of to look through. You can share them. And then a cool feature for this too, with the films on demand, you can, now the instructors, there's a quiz feature. So if we have any instructors online, you can assign a video for the students to watch, and then you can embed a quiz in that video. So that way you can get some feedback as you're going, they watch the video to make sure that if they have any questions in the class, or you can get some kind of information of how they liked that video or what they actually got out of the video. So that's really helpful, and that's in Films on Demand. And then we also have the academic video online. So they have PBS videos as well. They have the BBC documentaries. They also have, they're on current topics, so coronavirus, the opioid crisis. They've got science, so astronomy, oceanography. They have history of writing. They have the Blue Planet series with Richard Attenborough, which is really kind of cool to watch. The images, the quality is amazing. You can create clips in academic video online, and when you create an account, so you can kind of put like a clip list together of things that you like. All of these databases also give the academic video online and the films on demand, excuse me, they give citation information. So if you're going to use one of these videos in like a project that you were doing for a class through Canvas, you can get the MLA and APA citation for that. So that's really nice too. So there's a lot to explore with these streaming media services. You can also, if you've got Swank and maybe you're watching it on your cell phone and you want to see the video in a better shape, you can, if you've got Chrome on the screen, Google Chromecast on your TV, you can cast it to your TV from your cell phone, which is fun. So I like being able to do that if I'm watching something here and then my daughter's like, hey, what are you watching? I can just cast it over the TV and no more cartoons for her. Now she has to watch my BBC video, and that's going to be the way it is. So it's really nice that you can actually screencast these to your larger device. So the next thing we have is U is for updated displays and our updated English 101 tutorial. The displays we've already talked about a little bit. We have the Celebrate Black History Month. We've just did that one. It's really got some excellent different sources on there with video and ebooks that we have available, some wonderful web resources. I know that the Library of Congress has got together with the different organizations, and they've created their own websites that have links to different primary documents and like newsreels and artwork. I mean, it's really amazing. If you look under the internet resources on that web guide, you'll see those sources, and it's amazing what we have access to, especially from the archives. Another section that we did was the feature collection, was the Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That was a lot of fun. I found some amazing newsreels. We all kind of were just amazed at what was available to watch. And again, that was through our streaming services. It was just amazing to see those actual, marches and just hear him speak. It was amazing. We also have the information literacy, the tutorial for the English 101. Before, students would come into the library and they would take the workbook assignment. So of course with COVID, we had to pivot. So what we've done is we put the English 101 tutorial for information competency online. And then now what you do is you go through the tutorial online. We've updated it with some helpful videos. So there's one video that goes through, this is how you would access the tutorial. This is information you're going to want to put in, and then this is how it starts. And then we also have another video in the tutorial that explains the library's website and where you're going to find the information that you're going to need to answer the questions. And then we have another video that kind of gives help if you get stuck in a certain section. If you're having a hard time with this section, this will help you get through that section. So the adding of the videos, I think, is really helped to give students more of an idea of how the tutorial works and how it can be helpful. and the different sections and how that's going to help you with your papers and your research and how you can answer these questions. And at the end, you get this really cool badge. So that's nice. Yeah, I've accomplished this. And then that goes to your requirement for graduation. So it was really fun, making all of these different displays. I'm used to making the displays inside the library. So at first it was kind of, oh, what am I going to do? But then, hey, well, let's just make it virtual. We've got enough stuff, and this will kind of, really bring in the different stuff that we've got now, the different resources that we can use. So we'll do new displays too. Probably have one for Poetry Month or Poetry Week. And if you can think of an idea of a display that you'd like us to do, send us an email, and we'd be happy to create a virtual display. Like I said, they're a lot of fun, and we really like working together on them. It's just kind of a good thing for us all to do together, and we really enjoy it. So P is also for periodicals. So we have added some new databases for periodicals. We have the U.S. Majors Daily, which is the new periodical database, and it has all of the major newspapers. So New York Times, the Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, Los Angeles Times, and the Chicago Tribune. So that's new, and you can search through that. And again, it's all available online. You just click on the database, put in your MyVVC username and password, and there it goes. And you can search through the databases. We also have some new digital magazines that have been added. So they're going to be through like the Academic Search Complete and then the science databases, and you can look at the full text for the digital magazines. So that's really nice that we've been able to add some more digital content that people can access, students can access whenever they need to. And then we also have the Westlaw, which is the federal and state court cases database. We used to have LexisNexis or LexisUni, but it wasn't really user-friendly for students. So now we have the Westlaw, which is it's easier to search, and we find that it's available, the availability of the publications within it are better. So we really like using this database. And again, it's a new one that we just added. So if you're taking law classes, if you're taking different with like if you have to write a court case or like a paralegal program, this is a really good database for that. And again, it's going to be available off campus, and you just put in your MyVVC user information, and you're all set. Okay, so the next section I have is popular subject research guides. Now, these are a lot of fun to create too. The popular subject research guides, we have different subject research guides. We have one for economics, one for Black history, our research guide, child development, LGBTQIA research guide. That's a new one as well. And what we do is we go through the resources that the library have and kind of compile it into one place. So if you were going to write a paper on an economic topic or maybe something for Black history, this is where you could start. And it just sort of breaks down, these are the reference sources you can use. This would be like an internet source you could use. This could be a book that we have in the collection, an ebook. So it really kind of takes that whole topic and breaks it down into a more manageable areas. So it gives you an easier way to search. So instead of getting bombarded with all this information, it's like, okay, I'm going to start here, and this will kind of break it down for me. So the subject research guides are very popular. We've also created individual ones for different classes. So I know that we created one for Dr. Golder's class. We had a library guide. We have Dr. Callahan's history courses. We created little separate library guides, research guides for them. So we have on a variety of subjects, and they are focused, but we can also make specific ones for a particular instructor. So if there's an instructor on that would like to have like a specific one made for their assignment, their paper, or something that they're planning on instructing, and they want to use library resources, hit us up, because we'd be more than happy to make a separate research guide for you. And then you can import that directly into Canvas, and it's right there. So it makes it a lot easier. Okay, so O is for One Book, One College, our book club. So this last semester, we had the One Book, One College, which was Washington Black. And the library, we hosted 3 separate book club meetings. This is an online book club. We never done anything like this before. And it was a lot of fun. We had a slide presentation that kind of set up the questions, and then we asked the students for their input on their questions. It was all through Zoom, and we used the chat feature through Zoom. We had you could have the camera on and off, on or off. It was completely up to you. We had voice only. If you didn't want to have your camera on, you could talk to us. And the discussions were really interesting and insightful. It was really nice to hear from different students and their take on the book. And also the professors came in on the calls too, and they were able to kind of share with us, the different aspects of the book that they found interesting. And they really gave the students an opportunity to explore the text in a way that they could interact with others. And we really tried to tailor the questions to get to get to the feedback about the book, to have them really kind of think about how you found it interesting. So we'll be doing that again in the spring, and the tentative dates are there: Wednesday, March 24th, April 21st, and then May 19th. And we'll send out an email ahead of time. You just register, and then we'll send out an email and give you the link so that you can log in on Zoom on those times. Because we really want students, we want you to participate. Book club is about everybody's ideas and thoughts on the book. We want to include everyone as much as possible, because your ideas are important, and we want to hear them. And it's nice to be able to explore this title with all of us, all the students together. Also, the book club does a zine workshop, and if you're not sure what a zine is, if you go to our website and look at One Book, One College, the book club, it'll go through what a zine is, and then we're gonna have meeting dates for the zines as well to create a zine, and that's a lot of fun. So again, we'll be doing that for spring, and I hope everybody comes because, like I said, we had such a good time, and it was informal, but it was also really insightful, and we got to really get different ideas and perspectives. We had all different kinds of sources, and the slides were really kind of fun to look at. So, and all those slides and the discussion questions are on the website too from last semester. So come check us out with the One Book, One College. It was a lot of fun. So R is for read. So read an ebook. We have added quite a few titles to our ebook collection. Specifically, we've now added Overdrive, which you can borrow. It's just like if you have a San Bernardino County Library card or another public library card, they have Overdrive as well, and they just use your card information, and then you can log into Overdrive and pick whichever books that you'd like to read online, like through Kindle or your computer, however you want to do it. So we have the same thing now. We have different titles. For example, we just added Cicely Tyson's Just As I Am. We have The Best We Could Do and The Henna Artist. So Overdrive pretty much has fiction titles. Washington Black is also on there as well. So if you want to read that before we have the book club, you can. More popular titles. If you have a title that you'd like us to add, you can email us and we'll see if we can get it and add it to Overdrive. So I've used Overdrive to read a couple of different books from our collection. I was just reading Mexican Gothic yesterday, so I promise to return it tomorrow, I promise. So if you want to read that, it was really good. And it's nice that I can just log in, use my VVC information, and there it is. We also have eBook Central, and the eBook Central has more of like reference and research kind of information. So we do have like the yellow wallpaper, and we have the hashtag activism. So we have different titles that you would get in eBook Central as opposed to Overdrive. You can find the eBook Central titles through the actual link, but you can also look in our catalog, the library's catalog, to find eBook Central titles. So, and there's a lot of different ones in there. All you have to do is just type in what you're looking for and then narrow it down to ebooks. And if we have it, it'll show up. And then you click on it, it'll take you to eBook Central, sign in with your MyBVC, and it's right in front of you. So this is really nice to be able to offer this. And again, we've got a variety of titles. For some of the displays I've used, actually I think all of the displays, I've used eBook Central to add ebooks on topic. I know the Martin Luther King Jr. display has. Am I back? Okay,
You're back.
sorry.
There we are.
I'm using my gamer headset because it's got the best microphone, and I don't think you guys want to hear my huskies in the background yelling at me because I won't let them back in the house. So sometimes my gamer headset goes, she's not moving her head, so we're not going to be on anymore. So I apologize. Sorry. So yeah, we've got a bunch of different titles through eBook Central. And you really get a chance to look at those and be able to access them from home is a really, really awesome. So explore that. If you have any questions on how to search eBook Central, you can hit us up in chat, or we do have a little video that Yvonne created on how to search the catalog for eCentral books and then how to actually access them. And that's going to be on the Black History Month display. So it's right on the side. So you can use that too to give you an idea of how to search for the ebooks. Okay. So finally, T is for talk. So you can talk, chat with a librarian. Yes. In real time, you can ask us a question. You can get help with us live if you're going through the tutorial and it's not making any sense. Just go into chat and we'll help you. And you can also screen share with us. So if you're having a hard time finding something, I'm in the databases and I can't find what I'm looking for, it's driving me nuts. Go into the chat feature and you can screen share with us. And then we can kind of look at what okay, this is what you've got. Let's kind of try different keywords or different search terms, and we can go through it with you live through the computer. You don't have to show us your video if you don't want to. If you just want to show us the screen, or if you just want to look at our screen, we can do that. It's completely up to you. So our chat hours for spring are going to be Monday through Thursday, 8 to 8, and then Friday, 8 to 3, and then Saturday, 10 to 3. So you can chat with us through the chat feature. And in just a second, I'm going to show you how that works because it's really, really cool. And I'm going to chat with Ashley, who's on the desk now, and she's expecting it. So it's not going to be a surprise. So if you have any questions or feedback, if you have an idea for a library event you would like us to do, you want us to do a Zoom trivia night or a game night, I'm on board for that. We can do a Zoom poetry reading for Poetry Week if you want. We could do a watch party, hopefully, maybe. We could do a virtual scavenger hunt or an escape room. Just contact us through email or chat, and we'd be more than happy to set something up like that up if we can do it. Because, I mean, a lot of this stuff is, let's see if we can do it. Okay, let's do it. And a lot of that's just the last couple semesters. So we're more than willing to see if we can get it to work. And any idea you have is great. So I'm going to show you the website right now. Let's do new share. And I'm going to go here. Let's see if that works. Yes, it worked. Okay. So this is the library website. And thank you, McAfee. I don't need to know that. So this is our main library website. And then we've got the library catalog, which I talked about earlier to search for your books. You have the article databases here, which we had all the streaming media, and we have all the new periodicals. We have the internet resources and our research tools, other libraries, information and services, and then off-campus users. Through the information and services, if you click on library information and you go here to library staff, here are all our names, and you already saw our faces, and we'll probably put this PowerPoint up on here too as well so that we can have it. And then you can find our email addresses if you want to email us directly. Go back one more page. Okay, and then here you have at the top, Get Library Help. So this is a new little section here. It talks about how you can chat with a librarian. There's a virtual assistant instructions if you want to join a screen sharing session. Remember I talked about that a second ago. The screen sharing is really cool because I've had a few students use it because they get some kind of weird message on their computer when they're trying a database, and I can't really understand unless I look at it, and it's like, oh, okay, I know what that is. So this is really nice for also if you're needing some help in the databases and you want to just talk to somebody. We can, if we're, as long as the chat hours are up, we can just jump in there and we can look at your screen and say, oh, okay, this is what's going on. So this is the chat with a librarian feature. So I'm going to chat and see if it works. So I'm not going to ask her a question. I'm just going to give her my email address. And Ashley, I think, is on one of the person, whoops, on here. So she's probably right there. And let's see if it works. This is like meta of meta. Let's see. And I'm connected to her, and let's see. There she is. So right now you've got two of us on the computer. You've got me and you've got Ashley. Hi, Ashley. So right now I'm talking to Ashley, and she can talk back to me, and we can do a screen sharing session. I don't think I'm gonna do a screen sharing because I'm on Zoom and I don't want to screw up everything for Zoom. But you can actually completely do a talk and chat and get library help. See, there she is, live and in person. So this is a really excellent feature that we'd like to make sure that students know about. So if you can get the word out, we are here in those hours, and we're more than happy to chat and help you with your assignment, your database questions. If you have a question about the library, if you want to know about like a reserve book, just let us know and hit us up in chat, and we can talk to you right away. Also, on the side here, we have the how to use the databases too. So if you need a video on how to, you having a hard time with the database, you want to watch a video, you can do that. You can email the transcript. So if we're talking to you and you want to get that information back, you can have it email the transcript to you. You make the screen bigger. You can pop out your chat box. You can turn the sound on. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do through the chat feature, and it's really nice that we never had this before. So I'm kind of excited. I like to use it, and it's really nice when I have students talk to me because I feel like, well, I'm not at the desk, but I'm at a virtual desk and I can get feedback from people, and this is nice. So I really enjoy using the chat feature. I'm gonna tell her, is this cool? So
Hi, April. If I could jump in, I'm sorry. I know you've got the
sure,
website
no,
up, and
no,
I'm not sure if you had planned on it already, but I'm a big fan of the displays that you guys do with the at the library.
oh
And I actually
great.
found my next book that I was going to read based off recommendation from that you have up right now. So will you bring up
Uh-huh.
the
Sure.
Black History Month display just to show everyone real quick?
Yeah, let me tell Ashley bye. Let's see. I ended her chat, and I'm going to give her a great because she was awesome. Okay, and I'm going to go home and let's look at the virtual displays. So we have the first one here. This is a Black History Month, so we can click Celebrate, and it's going to give us the history of Black History Month. And then there's a really cool a virtual festival going on through the ASALH, and you can click on that link and it'll take you to their virtual festival. We have the online books here listed. These are all Overdrive books, so these are the new ones that have been added. So you got Hidden Figures and Why the Caged Bird Sings, March. You can click on any of these and it'll take you to Overdrive where you can borrow the book. This is that short video on how to search for ebooks I talked about that Yvonne, our systems librarian, created. So it tells you how to search for ebooks in our library. And here's some of the ebooks listed here. And these are all from eBook Central. So you can click on any of these and it'll take you to eBook Central where you can read the book. And we've got the streaming media list here. So these are our streaming media I talked about earlier. So academic video online, and then the films on demand. And these are really cool to be able to watch the live, this actual footage is amazing. To be able to see, this historical event and be able to view it live and, on your computer, just be able to watch the video is really awesome. We also have the web resources here that I spoke about earlier. So here's the Library of Congress, the African American History Month, and then they partnered with the National Archives, the National Endowment for Humanities, the National Gallery of Art, and the National Park Service. So all of them partnered together on the one page, and they have all these different links to different honoring Black History Month. So really check these out. There's so much really interesting information. The United States Holocaust Memorial Museum was part of that partnership as well. So this is one of the displays. If you go back.
This is a treasure trove.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. I had so much fun. We all had so much fun creating it. I mean, there's so many good resources there. And then this was the initial one, the featured collection. If we have something we want to bring to attention that we want the students to really be aware of that we've created that's new, we'll put it in this featured items. And Yvonne will create like a banner to kind of bring it to attention, because there's Overdrive, and there's the One Book, One College, which I spoke about earlier too. There's the read-alikes, there's the zine workshop that we talked about. So all of that's going to be on this featured items. We just kind of make sure that we have a banner to kind of lead you into that. So there's the historical titles we have for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There's the ebooks and the films on demand.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
This is so great. April, thank you so much for taking
You're
some time
very welcome.
dive